All right, what's going on, guys? Today is April 9th. I'm going to be reviewing today's price action and going over the one trade that I took today. Today was a pretty great day. I got finished with my trade right about almost 30 minutes into market open. P&L right here, up $663.06 on the day. Not bad. So let's just go over the higher time frame here, right? So on the higher time frame, you can clearly see we're bullish, right? We had this 800-point move. We're bullish, but we're very overextended, right? So like over the course of the next couple days, I'm probably looking for a retrace deeper into this 4-hour fair value gap. But that being said, right, hourly is still bullish as well. We had a hourly relative equal highs, just still trending bullish. Go down to the 15-minute, and before market open, I see that this was New York lunch. Yesterday's New York lunch relative equal highs that we left behind, right? So this was kind of something I was watching out for. I also see that we had these relative equal highs as well. So I was just keeping an eye out for all of these highs, and I could have been bullish today. I wanted to be more so bearish, right? Just because we're so overextended and kind of just ranging right now. I wanted to see us come deeper into this range, but you can't really argue with what the higher time frame tells you, right? And on the higher time frame, you can clearly see we're disrespecting these bearish gaps. Again, disrespecting bearish gaps and respecting bullish gaps. This was before market open. We were respecting this bullish 30-minute gap, right? So I kind of was leaning bullish, but I wasn't against taking shorts if we came out and swept out our liquidity and delivered from a higher time frame key level, right? So off open, we had London high, which was right here, if I'm correct. We had London high, and we were SMT'd, right, with London high. So ES took out London high. NQ took out London high. ES failed to take out London high, right? So I noticed that, but I didn't want to see us just manipulate lower just based off that. We didn't have any higher time frame narrative, right? We weren't delivering from a 50-minute, we weren't delivering from a 5-minute at that time. So I wasn't looking for shorts at that point. But what I did see coming into the market was this 5-minute high inside of this giant 5-minute fair value gap, right? So ideally, I wanted to see price manipulate higher, take out this high, and then maybe we can look for shorts out of this 5-minute fair value gap. This was also the discount of the range that we created, right? So if I was going to take shorts here, I wanted to see us tap into the discount of the range before going short from this position, right? So anything above this 0.5 level, which this 5-minute lined up perfectly with our 0.5 level to be in a discount of the range, or a premium of the range, I'm sorry. So that's what I wanted to see off open, and you can clearly see that off open we manipulated higher. We did sweep out this high, delivered from this 5-minute fair value gap, but I just didn't see anything that I liked here, right? You could have taken this 1 minute, but I just wasn't very convicted in it, and the 1 minute pretty much almost took out my break even already. Like, I just wasn't too convicted in this. I also saw ES was still trending a little bit higher, wanting to come sweep out London highs. So I just wasn't too convicted in this trade here. I wanted to see ES take out London highs. It just kept triple topping London highs, creating equal highs. So I wasn't too convicted in this 1 minute. So I passed on that, right? And so we continue to trend lower. I did notice this 15-minute low inside of this fair value gap, right? So this was kind of like my main draw on liquidity today if we were going to go lower, right? This 15-minute low. So I missed out on that first trade. I didn't miss out, but I didn't take it, right? Missed out, didn't take the first trade. Then we see momentum to the upside, right? And I know some people who took this 2-minute long. It would have played out if you were just targeting this internal high, but I didn't like it. I mean, you're longing into a protected high. You have no higher time frame delivery. We left relative equal lows below with this low and this low. So in my mind, this was I would never take something like this, right? But after that, we come up. We take out this internal high, right? We're still delivering out of this giant 5-minute gap. We actually get an SMT here. Still, SMT continues to hold with this high right here. And at this point, we're in the premium of the range. We have our SMT. We have our higher time frame key level being tapped. And we have our clear draw on liquidity of this 15-minute low inside of this fair value gap, as well as these relative equal lows below, right? So at this point, I'm looking for shorts here. And we were on the 1 minute time frame, you can clearly see we opened up a giant 1 minute fair value gap. But if you go to the 2 minute, we had a 2 minute that formed, right? So I'm looking for this 2 minute to get closed below. And that's exactly what happened, right? 2 minute gets closed below, enter in off that. And I didn't enter in the contract size that I wanted to. I wanted to be risking around $500 here. I just calculated my position size wrong and went in and was risking only about 300, right? So um, I did see this 1 minute fair value gap, right? So we had this 1 minute fair value gap, and I thought I'm very convicted in this trade, 100%. So I wanted to see price come up into this 1 minute fair value gap, reject off of it, and that's when I'll add in 2 more contracts, right? So it's exactly what I did. I added in 2 more contracts right around this level, right? When we started displacing lower after this 1 minute fair value gap. And yeah, so I was in a total of 6 micros. I wanted to take it. First of all, I wanted to see this 1 minute get flushed through, right? I didn't want to see us reject off this 1 minute, and that's exactly what we got. 1 minute gets flushed through. I took it break even at this 1 minute internal fair value gap right here. I have seen trades before where it will tap into the 1 minute, reject higher without sweeping out this internal low. So I just played it safe, went break even at that 1 minute internal fair value gap, and yeah, we ended up flushing from there. I scaled out half my position at these relative equal lows, so I closed 3 contracts there. I scaled out 2 more contracts at the sell side, the 15-minute inside of the fair value gap, and then I ended up holding the rest of my trade to equilibrium. I just left 1 runner, and I held the rest of my trade to equilibrium of this 15-minute fair value gap, right? And that's exactly what ended up playing out. So pretty easy trade this morning. Got finished up on the charts less than 30 minutes into market open. And yeah, in total, we flushed for a 1 to 2.15. I would have liked to go in with my actual contract size here with about $500 to make me about $1,000 and 115, if my math is correct. But, you know, you live and you learn. Calculate my position size correctly next time. Either way, can't be mad at a winning trade. And yeah, everything got executed perfectly, exactly what I wanted to see from the higher time frame. And yeah, just executed perfectly, managed my position perfectly, and I'm very, very happy with this trade and very, very happy with price action today, right? Looks like we came lower, swept out this low, as well as all these session lows, which is another confluence that made me convicted that we were going to go lower today, is just we had all these stacked lows, right? We had London low, we had New York PM low, we had New York AM low. So at some point, I wanted to see all these get taken out. But I do think at some point we'll probably come higher up to these relative equal highs that we left from New York lunch yesterday. And yeah, so that's really it for today. I pretty much got off the charts after this win. Kind of chopped for a little while. You got a little bit of a move lower, and then we started the reversal back up. But nothing that looks very A plus in my opinion. So yeah, that's the trade I took today. Very much so enjoyed price action this morning. Pretty simple if you ask me. Pretty obvious trade right there. I know some people were afraid of shorting, didn't want to short with these relative equal highs above from New York lunch, but in my opinion, this 15-minute low was just much more obvious than those relative equal highs getting taken, and everything lined up, right? The SMT, the higher time frame delivery, the inversion with good momentum, good break-even point, relative equal lows, like everything lined up here. So this was a great trade. I'm very happy with how it played out today. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'll be back for another backtesting session. And then tomorrow is Friday. We have CPI. So just be a little bit careful there. I think CPI is early in the morning, like 5:30 a.m. if I'm correct. I need to double check. But yeah, hopefully we can catch another great move tomorrow morning. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. So I'll be back for backtesting later on. And I'll see you guys later.